Hi, everyone. Welcome to Bay Sunday. I'm your host, Frank Mallico. Good to have you on board. We begin with our weekly pitch. If you got a show idea out there, we'd love to hear from you. Go to facebook.com/Bay Sunday. I think you see it right there. And comment to the page, and we will get in touch. Let's get started, or should I say showtime now. It's a community theater that's been entertaining Bay Area audiences for over 7 decades. And their new season is upon us. And what better way to kick it off than with Funny Girl, the rags to riches story of a vaudevillian Fanny Brice that the great Barbra Streisand brought to life on Broadway, believe it or not, 50 years ago. And now you can see it at the Hillbarn Theater in Foster City, and we are happy to have their executive artistic director, Dan Demers, with us this morning. How are you?
Great,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Theater like no tomorrow here. Well, what a great show to kind of kick it off with. It's such people know it's some great songs. So
yeah, it's an iconic show, and we're really excited and proud to be putting this on in the Bay Area.
All right. Now, give us, I know you've been with Hillbarn for what, about 2 or 3 years now?
Yeah.
And just became their artistic executive director.
Yes.
Give us a little history, because it's been around since the late 30s.
Yeah, so we started in Belmont. We were up on the hill, and then from there we moved to the Burrell Chapel, which is in San Mateo, just kind of off 92. From there, it was the Foster family who created Foster City that donated the land that Hillbarn now sits on. It was gifted to the theater, and that's been our permanent home since about 58.
And the address is?
1285 East Hillsdale Boulevard in Foster City.
In the building, old, iconic, an old warehouse. What's it look like?
Well, it's kind of it's a larger open space. It was usually it looks kind of like an old delivery building, but it's a beautiful building, and we're actually in the process of trying to grow and renovate the building.
And has the city of Foster City been shepherding you along the way?
They've been helping us all along the way, and because we couldn't do it without them, and there's just an immense community support for the arts there.
Okay, well, you and your crew get to pick what shows you do. What was it about Funny Girl that said, oh my God, and not only that, we got to do it out of the gate?
Well, for me, everyone looks at Funny Girl as a rags to riches, or a woman struggling with self-identity, and for me it was about the human experience and what she went through. And we titled this season "A Season of Awakening," which explores that human experience. And with Fanny Brice, you rarely ever have a leading lady who's also a comic.
Yes.
And you have this beautiful storyline of everyone telling her you can't do this, you can't do it, and then she says, no, I'm gonna do it. So in the face of adversity, she succeeds, and it's just a beautiful story.
And what a great story, how you met the lead in a grocery store.
Yes.
And she lives in New York, and here's a gal that's from Foster City.
Yeah.
Tell us about Melissa.
So Melissa Wolfklain is a consummate performer. She's always played the ingenue. She's always played this, she played in the tour of Singing in the Rain. She's just this wonderful actress, and we met for the first time, and I said, this is going to be unlike anything you've ever done before, because I want you to be you. And be your funny self and just be Melissa. I said, you're not trying to woo anybody, you just got to be your comedic self. And she's risen to the occasion and then some.
And you got to be able to sing. I mean, Don't Rain on My Parade is humongous.
Yes. So we actually just had the SITS probe this past week, and it was just magical, listening to her sing with a full orchestra of 19 members.
And this is a gal that's got a good sense of humor, too, I would imagine.
Yes, she's got a great sense of humor.
Big and bold and
yes, unabashed.
Capture the audience.
Yes.
Well, the music, Jules Stein, did Gypsy, did Let It Snow. I mean, this is an iconic lyricist and musician.
It is. It's beautiful music, and you don't hear, when you're in a rehearsal, you just usually have a pianist playing the music, and when we heard the orchestra for the first time, the brass section, it's such amazing, beautiful music, and to hear that live, it's just wonderful.
Now you go up August 28th, so you're very, very close. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Doing okay?
Yes.
you actually can leave Foster City and come here this morning.
Yes.
It's like your baby, I bet.
Yes,
right?
it is. It is my baby.
Well, talk about your season, because you've got some 39 Steps, White Christmas, Amadeus, Proof, some awesome shows. Yeah, so we wanted to continue this exploration of awakening, and a quote for me that really defined the season was by Mark Twain, and it said, he said, the two most important days in your life are the day that you're born and the day you find out why. And so that kind of just struck a chord with me, and I wanted to translate that through the entire season. So each of these shows will have that
exploration of who we are and what we search for, yearn for, and our passions, and that's kind of the driving force behind the season.
Well, it's going to be a big Labor Day weekend opening.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, Dan, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you. It was great to be here.
All the best with your baby. Yeah.
Thank
Funny
you.
Girl. For more information about the Hillbarn Theater, log on to hillbarntheater.org. That's hillbarntheater.org. Nice and easy. Back with more Bay Sunday right after the break. Stay there, folks.